Hello, my regards to one and all who are watching this video. Today, the topic in this new video is active and passive voice. Let me first explain what is voice in grammar. Voice means that form of a verb that denotes whether the subject of a sentence does something or whether something is done to the subject. Voice is expressed through verbs. In simple words, voice of verbs tell us whether the subject in the sentence is actively performing the action or passively receiving the action. Some verbs take one or more objects and they are called transitive verbs. Some verbs do not take objects and they are called intransitive verbs. Remember, we can change the voice of transitive verbs only. Voice is of two types, active voice and passive voice. Changing the voice requires changing the structure of the entire sentence. Let me read the following sentences and explain. Chaitra reads classics. Classics are read by Chaitra. Both the sentences convey the same meaning, though they look different. However, in the first sentence, Chaitra is a subject, does something directly. The emphasis is on the doer, so Chaitra is active subject. The verb is in active voice. The verb has an object, the classics. The action is expressed directly in the first sentence. The subject acts in the active voice. The second sentence, the subject is classics. It shows that something is done to the subject. When emphasis on action and not on the doer, the verb in the sentence is in passive voice. One more example. Teacher is teaching a new lesson. A new lesson is being taught by the teacher. Again, both the sentences convey the same meaning, though they look different. Teacher is a subject, does something directly. The emphasis is on the doer, the teacher. The verb is in active voice. The verb has an object, a new lesson. The action is expressed directly in the first sentence. The subject acts in the active voice. In the second sentence, the subject, a new lesson, is shown that something is done to the subject. Sentences with intransitive verbs cannot be transformed into passive voice. For example, I play in the park. The above sentence cannot be changed into passive voice as the verb play here is an intransitive verb. It does not have a proper object to change to transitive verb. I played football. This can be changed into passive voice. Football was played by me is in passive voice. The verb played is transitive verb with the noun football as its object. Now let me give some more example to understand better. The first will be active voice and it will be changed to passive voice. Jai helps Arun. Arun is helped by Jai. Children respect their elders. Elders are respected by the children. John made this cake. This cake was made by John. He won the race. The race was won by him. She had helped me several times. I had been helped several times by her. He can tell lies easily. Lies can be told easily by him. She gave me a pencil. I was given a pencil by her. Who did this? By whom was this done? Rahim has won a scholarship. A scholarship has been won by Rahim. Ratna will bake the birthday cake. The birthday cake will be baked by Ratna. Now, let me tell that personal pronouns use a subject in active sentences change their form in passive voice. Like active voice, I in passive voice is changed to me. We is changed to us. He is changed to his. She is changed to her. They is changed to them. However, the personal pronoun in second person, you, has the same form in the active voice as well as in passive voice. Now, let me tell rules for changing a sentence from active voice to passive voice. The first one, the object of the verb in the active voice is made the subject of the verb in passive voice. Like, he opened the door. The door was opened by him. The hunter killed many birds. Many birds were killed by the hunter. The second rule, use is, am or are before the third person verb. For example, farmers grow wheat. Wheat is grown by farmers. Children respect their parents. Parents are respected by the children. My friends help me. I am helped by my friends. Third rule, use was or were before the verb. In active voice, the first sentence is he told lies. Passive voice, lies were told by him. She drew a picture. A picture was drawn by her. The carpenter made a table. A table was made by the carpenter. The fourth rule, for a verb in future tense, use be before the verb. Active voice, she will attend the meeting. Passive voice, the meeting will be attended by her. My uncle will pay my fees. My fees will be paid by my uncle. Fifth rule, for a verb in present continuous tense, use is, am, are, and being before the verb. Like, she is helping me. Passive voice is changed to I am being held by her. The gardener is plucking flowers. Flowers are being plucked by the gardener. Third example, boys are trying a new plan. A new plan is being tried by the boys. The sixth rule, for a verb in past continuous tense, use was, were, and or plus being before the verb. The peon was ringing the bell. The bell was being rung by the peon. Seventh rule, for a verb in present perfect tense, use has, have, and been before the verb. For example, we have finished this lesson. Passive voice, this lesson has been finished by us. Second example for this rule, the watchman has opened the gate. The gate has been opened by the watchman. For a verb in past perfect tense, use had plus been before the verb. For example, she had already paid the fees. Change to passive voice, the fees had already been paid by her. Verb in future perfect tense, we use will, shall, and or plus have been before the verb. The gardener will have watered the plants. The plants will have been watered by the gardener. I shall have finished the work. The work will have been finished by me. Hope it is clear and easy now. Now, let me tell few rules for changing the sentence from passive voice to active voice. The first one, identify the subject of the sentence. Who is doing an action? This becomes the subject of the sentence. Rewrite the sentence so the subject is performing the action. Third one, remove the auxiliary verb be from the main verb and change main verb form if needed. Fourth one, remove the preposition by and modify the sentence appropriately. For example, here, the letter was posted by Maria. The active voice, the sentence is Maria posted the letter. Passive voice, the sentence is the crime will be solved quickly. The subject is not directly mentioned here, but we know the police helped to solve a crime. So we could make the police the subject of the sentence. So the active voice of the sentence is the police will solve the crime quickly. Passive voice, the meeting was called off. Active voice, they called off the meeting. Passive voice sentence, he was looked after by his grandmother. His grandmother looked after him. The next example for passive voice, he will be sent away to school. Active voice, they will send him away to school. Any help from my side will be promptly replied without fail. Thank you all. Have a happy day. This is Padma.